Good afternoon and welcome to a very, very cool house here in West London today. Just the kind of day to get into the kitchen and stick the oven on and cook something nice and hearty, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So you might remember a few episodes ago we did a Guernsey Gosh, which was basically a cake with dried fruit. Well, again, we are winging our way over to the small island of Guernsey in the English Channel. In fact, it's the Bay of Saint Malo, really, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. I mean,
Really?
of course, over lots of different battles, the British stole the territory from the French. So, yeah, 1204.
So we're winging our way back over to Guernsey, the little hobbit island of Guernsey, where all the people are 2'3" and have big hairy feet. Not really.
No.
We are doing a Guernsey Gosh Mellar. So the word as it's written, with a little accent on the second E.
And the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? No, not there.
No, I have it on mine.
Oh, well, who's wrong, who's right? The Guernsey cookbook or the Guernsey man? I guess we'll never know. It isn't pronounced Mélée,
No.
it's pronounced Mellar in Guernsey French, and that's a patois,
yeah, it's a
isn't it,
patois,
Paul?
yeah. And we said this before, there's, even over the island it's slightly different, but it's patois, and there's different patois in Guernsey as in Jersey, and I'm sure Alderney has got one as well, so yeah.
I was just thinking, for the benefit of people who may not have watched the earlier episode, Guernsey is one of the Channel Islands. It's a tiny, tiny little island.
Very important.
Well, it has a very rich history and a rich culture, which sadly is dying out. There's fewer and fewer people speaking Guernsey French now.
Well, there are, but there is a movement now, just like with Welsh, where they're trying to get more people to speak Guernsey patois and Jersey patois, and I think there's an online course that you can do now, which I quite fancy doing actually. And maybe I'll have a look at that when I've got some spare time.
Well,
Yeah.
ain't that the thing?
Yeah.
Spare time. But looking at the history of the word mêlée, I've got my huge French dictionary. Yes, I did actually take French lessons for a year.
And you did quite well.
Well, I did quite well, but it's like anything, isn't it? If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
But it's quite interesting to look at the words.
Because you said, what does it mean? And I was thinking, do I actually know what it means? And I think it's just a mix of things. That's what I thought, like bunging it all together.
So you've got a verb, mêlée, which is mingled with. And then you've got the word mêlée, which is a free-for-all. It turned into a free-for-all, to fling oneself into the fray, a scrum. So it's kind of like a sort of, it's related to mélanger. So we would say in English mélange.
Yeah.
Which is to mix, to blend.
And it is a sort of all-in-one. It's not something where you do a lot of creaming of this and that. It's something that all goes in one bowl and gets mixed.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of simply throwing things into a bowl, because so many of our recipes involve, cream the butter and sugar until pale, and it's a lot of work. Whereas this one, it's literally bung it all in, chop the apples up, bung it all in, and mix it together and bake it.
Yeah.
And also I've noticed from the recipe, Paul, that this is a bit of a slow bake.
Yeah, it's on a low heat for a long time. So, yeah, it is. And it used to go in sort of well before Mum actually started, because it used to be done as a dessert. Mum would do it once a week as a dessert for the guests in the bed and breakfast. And so we did have it every week, because it was a set thing that we had every week. and it would go in. I remember putting it into the oven myself, sort of way before the meal was actually ready to start being served, because it bakes for an hour and a half. So yeah, it's something that is. But the good thing about it is, we also used to have a Rayburn, so it would sit in the warming oven once it was cooked, and just sort of quite happily just sit there
and stay warm.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we haven't actually said what a Gosh Mellar is.
No.
What is it, Paul?
It's
Tell us.
basically an apple cake. That's what it is, an apple cake.
Which is
very
more of
simple
an apple
cake.
pudding.
It's an apple pudding, yeah. So it's a dessert, but it is something again that you can cut up. It's firm enough, as we were talking about bread puddings and bread and butter pudding previously. It's something that could be cut up and then taken with you as well, wrapped up in greaseproof paper. So yeah, and we used to, when Mum and Dad had the bed and breakfast and evening meal, because Mum had to do that as well. There was a farmer who had next to us an orchard, and a lot of the apples came from that orchard, and they'd be stored in crates. Dad would store them in crates, in a wooden crates, obviously, like old tomato crates, in newspaper, so that none of them touched. So there was always apples in the garage. Even when we moved house, when I was about 8, I think it was, to Le Pignol, we had an orchard in the garden there, and again Dad would store the apples, eating and cookers. And for this one we use cooking apples.
Yeah, we're going to be using cooking apples, which we went out and purchased specially for this recipe. Although I don't think we'll be using all of them.
No,
so there may be some other apple related recipe coming to you shortly.
I think there will.
Yeah. But this one is an easy one, really, because it's a bung it all in and mix it up. So it's not a fancy, apple tart or anything like that. It's literally an apple pudding. So I think we should get in that kitchen, get that oven on, and get cooking.
I was looking here, because we do have the recipe here, and we've converted it because this is in ounces. But I do see next to it here, Mum has put her own version, so she's doubled the amount of cooking apples that we're going to use, and doubled everything, but she didn't quite double the sugar. It says 5 ounces of sugar and 5 ounces of flour. That's what we'll be using, but Mum doubled it and used 10 ounces of flour and only 8 ounces of sugar. So yeah, she was trying to cut down on the sugar
being
there.
ahead of her time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the ingredients are basically apples, sugar, flour, butter.
You could use suet, vegetable suet, if you wanted. It's very traditional. Mum always used to use butter though.
So, hold on. So, apples, flour, sugar, butter, milk, and a pinch of mixed spice.
Yeah, Mum used to just put a tiny pinch in.
Well, I think we should get on with it, don't you, Paul? Not keep these good people waiting any longer.
Yeah, and of course, the longer we talk, the longer it's going to be till we eat it as well.
So let's get in that kitchen, come on. We're here in the kitchen, we've done a little bit of prep before you joined us because we're organised. So in this bowl we've got 450 grams of chopped cooking apples. Just starting to go brown, so we need to work fairly quickly. Of course, in some recipes you can douse them in lemon juice to stop them from turning, but in actual fact they're going to turn brown anyway, so...
Yeah.
So let's get the ingredients in, Paul. What are we going to start off with?
Sugar.
Okay. Bung it in, gung it in. And I'm going to hold my mason cash like a baby.
Softened butter.
Hold on, let me just get this sugar. See, it's actually got a little thumb hole here, just to put your thumb in there.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, softened butter, put it in the centre. Don't feel very softened to me, Paul. I did give you specific instructions, Paul, with the microwave. Specifically. Okay, you're going to need to give me some, I can't work with that. You're going to need to give me something to have a bit of a press against.
Do you want some flour?
Yeah. So it is mainly apples, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that butter is...
Well, it was soft when I stuck my finger in it.
Yeah, but you left it out in our house for a few moments. This house is like a fridge. No, I've actually lost the butter now. I have no idea where it is.
Would you be better on the counter with it?
No, I would have been better with softened butter, basically.
Salt. Just a little bit.
So after much wrestling, the butter has started to incorporate with the flour and the sugar. It's quite a stiff, sticky mixture. So I might recommend, actually, if you were to make this yourself, to cream the butter and the sugar together first, because I think that would be easier. You're going to add the milk. This will hopefully bring it together even further.
That's it.
I'm just going to put it on the countertop and give it a good beat.
Just scrape the spoon.
That's better. It's coming together.
It's there.
So what I've done is I've lined my brownie tin. This is the recent one that I purchased. I think it's 8 by 8 inches, which is I think 20 by 20 centimetres. And we're going to bake this in the oven at 130 for an hour and a half, possibly an hour and 3/4. So it's quite a long bake.
Yeah, really slow bake.
Okay, shall I pour it in?
Yep.
Okay, this is tricky because I'm doing it the wrong way around. We got the plastic spatula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the wrong way around for both of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pushing it out to the corners.
Don't worry, we'll show you. Okay, lovely. So there we are. Ready for the oven. So say goodbye. Goodbye. Hope you bake well. Hope it's nice. Paul.
It will be.
Better be. Looks great. Here we go. Into the oven. And we'll come back in an hour and a half. So we're back in the kitchen. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes since the baby went into the oven. The little apple baby. Oh, I feel
Heat.
warm. Ooh. Wow. There we are. Gosh Mellar. There we are, Gosh Mellar.
Yay!
but it's golden. Smells appley.
Well, yeah, there's lots of apple in there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sort of luxurious apple cake, Paul.
I suppose when you look at the apple cake, the apple to sugar and stuff, it's not too bad, really.
Wow. Are we going to eat some now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, to warm us up. Turn that beeper off. Okay, let's cut into it and see what it looks like inside. Oh, it's very soft. It's like an apple pudding, isn't it?
Well, it is an apple pudding.
So let's try the Guernsey Gosh Mellar. I like how the apple is still sort of, you can still see the
chunks,
cubes.
yeah.
Oh, it's very unctuous.
Oh. This is delicious. It's actually how I remember it.
Oh gosh, it's very, it's got a slight tartness, but it's very, almost sort of caramelly sort of flavour to it.
I think the last time we had Gosh Mellar was when cousin Tina made Mum, you and me one. Do you remember? She dropped it off at Mum's and we had it. I mean, it's lovely. It's just sort of, it's soft and
Very comforting.
quite luscious at the same time.
It would be great with cream.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally you would have it with Guernsey cream.
Or custard. It would be lovely with custard.
It would be lovely with custard.
Or ice cream. Or yoghurt.
Or on its own.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it's just divine. It really is.
It's lovely.
And incredibly simple. You know, particularly if you get the butter at the right consistency, having softened it, that helps a lot. But it really is a sort of, you know, throw together, put in the pan, bake. And tomorrow, when it's cold, it will have you'll be able to cut it up.
It's more like a sort of cake.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely. So there you go, that's Guernsey Gosh Mellar. There will be a recipe card available as well to accompany this video.
It really is delicious, and there is just that little bit of spice in there. You just feel the mixed spice just a little bit, not too much.
So thanks very much for watching and happy baking. Bye for now.